Welcome back to the Randomizer, a series where I play 3 small games that just so happen to be free. Today's episode is not going to be so random because it actually has a theme, and it's the exact same theme that the second Randomizer video had, where I'm showcasing 3 games from the exact same developer. Now, some of you might be familiar with an indie developer by the name of Stab Yourself. They are the same people responsible for bringing us the Mario X Portal crossover Mario. That's Mario with a 0. It was basically the original Super Mario Bros. For the NES, but with portal guns. It wasn't a ROM hack either, it was actually built from the ground up, which is what I find the most impressive about that game. I did make a few videos of it on my channel a few years ago. But another thing that I had been meaning to do for a few years now is play some of Stab Yourself's other games. Stab Yourself has created a bunch of other tinier and lesser known projects that I wanted to showcase to you guys today. Now, these are all really small projects, so there really isn't a lot to say about them at all. I know I keep saying that about pretty much all the games I play in my Randomizer series, but in this instance, there really is not a great deal of things you can describe regarding these little projects. But with that being said, let's just get started with the first game here. This one is called Ortho Robot. This is a perspective-based puzzle game where you can manipulate the game's camera in order to change the levels from 2D to 3D and vice versa. There are certain tiles you can only walk on if you're viewing the level from a 2D perspective, some you can only bypass when in 3D. It was originally developed for a coding competition in just 1 week, according to the developer. It was released all the way back in 2011, so it has been out for a while, but like I said, still wanted to play it anyway, was just too lazy to do it until now. So we'll get started right away. We're gonna go and play some levels. Now, as you can see, I have already played about half the levels off screen. There's only about 16 in total, and I don't think I'm going to play every single one of them. I'll at least show you guys some levels here and show you how the game works. Also, I really do like this music here. Hello, fellow robot. I see you're low on battery. Simply move to any green block to recharge yourself. It's robot easy. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the time to explain this here to you guys. So, you can left-click in order to move the camera around. You can left-click and drag. And you can go to a top-down perspective here, as you can see, and suddenly the level becomes 2D. Or you can switch to a flat perspective right here. As you can see, you're just moving left and right. You move up and down the top-down perspective. And when you have the camera oriented like this, you can move around in 3 dimensions. So basically, the way you manipulate the levels here is by manipulating the camera. The background will change color, as you can see, when you do that. When the background turns green, that means the perspective shift is successful, because there are some instances where you won't be able to turn the camera around, like you won't be able to switch from 3D to 2D, but we'll get into that later on. It does also time you here, as you can see. My personal best is only 6 seconds. It also keeps track, I should say, of how many steps you've taken, and how many war-ups you've taken as well. I don't quite know what that means, though. Well, I don't know what they mean by war-ups exactly, but I guess maybe war-upping to the different cubes. Sometimes the path may not be as obvious. Activate the corrective space war-up device by dragging with your mouse. Look at this scene from the side. So if we look at this from the side right here, as you can see, these cubes connect. When we're looking at it in 3D, they seem to be separated from one another. But if we just move it like this, then we can just go all the way to the green space and recharge ourselves. So basically, whenever the level looks impossible, just orient the camera and you'll see the path. You'll see the path that leads you to victory. So then we go to level 3 right here. As you can see, these cubes right here are elevated. You cannot flatten the world when you're in front or behind a wall in the perspective. The background will turn green if the world is successfully war-upped. So what we do is that we switch to the top-down perspective. Suddenly, we can move across the elevated cubes. And we go back into 3D. As you can see, we are on top of the cube now. So, what we want to do is, I believe... Well, I already completed this level, so I think what we want to do now is that we want to try and actually just turn it to a flat plane and just go across it, because there's really nothing else we have to do, actually. That's just it. That is just it. Now, one thing that I can also mention here, well, what does this guy say? The CSWP works from the 4 sides and from the top too. When viewed from the top, red blocks are unpassable though. Yeah, okay, so we have these red cubes right here. Normally you wouldn't be able to pass through them. As you can see, I'm in a top-down perspective right here. And I can go up like these steps right here, these steps of blocks. I can't get past this this red one though, unless I go into either the 3D or 2D perspective, then I can just pass right on through. Now one thing that I do also need to mention about these levels is that there are some coins you can collect in the levels as well, but because I already played them and collected the coins, they're not appearing here. But collecting the coins is not required. It's more like an added challenge if you're trying to like 100% the game. So what does he say? Well, you cannot walk over red blocks when viewed from the top. You can in the unwarped 3D view. Yeah, so if you're looking at it from the side right here, you can walk on the red blocks. If you're looking at it from a top-down perspective, you can't. Or wait, can you? Okay. Well, hang on a second. I think if you go like this, yeah, it turns green and now I can't walk on it. Yeah, so we just go to the next level here. You can also improve your time as well if you want to get a better time. So in some ways this is kind of like a time attack game too. You're trying to get the best time and also trying to complete the level in the lowest amount of steps and war-ups possible. So that's basically how it works. That's pretty much how this game works. So what did I wanna do here again? I think yeah, see, sometimes when I don't orient it properly like that, that will happen. So I just wore up all the way to this side of the level right here, on these floating blocks, but now I have to find some way to get back. And that's not the way I'm gonna be able to get back, actually. If I orient it like this, I might be able to. Yeah, there we go. You can still move around in 3D, so then we just go to the green blocks, and then that's it. Now, I didn't complete all the levels off-screen. Like I said, I only completed about half of them, so hopefully I'll be able to show off the coin mechanics here very soon. So now he says you don't actually need to stand on the recharge block to win the level. Standing on it in the War Up 2D space is enough. So, let me think about what I have to do here. So I get off the elevated blocks, then I can view this from the side in order to get across this gap right here, right? And then okay, well, I do not want to do that. I think what I want to do over here is just put this back at the side so I can get past that block. And then all we need to do after that, I think, is, yeah, orient the level like that. And as you can see, I just beat the level because it looks like he's standing on the green block. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, the game isn't really too complicated at first, but it does get a little bit trickier in the later levels, and this is where the coins come into play, because this was the point where I decided to stop. Remember that you can move in the 3D view too. So you do have these coins right here. Again, they're not required, but just as an added challenge, you can go and collect them if that's what your heart desires. So I oriented like this in order to collect the coin like that. Very good indeed. So then we want to pass through this gap here. We just go into the 3D view in order to get through that. Okay, well actually no, because if I did that, that would result in me beating the level. So that's not what I want to do. What I want to do first is this. That way I collect the coin, and then go on these these red blocks, I should say, and then complete the level, right? Actually, wait. I think I wanna move back. Do I? Okay, well, actually, this is not working here. Okay, wait. Why exactly is this not working here? Do I want to move forward? Well, I mean, this works right here, but hang on a second. I think what I might want to do is... Do I want to get onto this top block right here? Well, no, because that's just gonna... No, I can't, because that's just gonna cause me to... well, not be able to do anything. What if I go over this way, and then orient it like that? Okay, but then I have like nowhere else to go after that, unless I orient it like this. However, yeah, there we go. And then I'm on top of here, and then I think I just move down, and then that's really that's not the end of the level. Okay, well, see, that's something that I don't understand though. It's like, I can clearly beat the level like this, but why is it not reorienting? Oh, okay, it's because I'm... Yeah, view it from the left side, okay. Like the left side of the level and not, like, in front of it. Okay. I guess I get it. Even though I don't really get it at all. Okay, so in this case, the block's right on top of me. Beat all the goals and collect all coins in a level to gold star it. Good luck. Yeah, so, again, just an added challenge. It's not required at all. I think I want to look down like that. Look down like that. And then, after that, I want to try and get back here. Which I believe I can do, not by that, because I'm, like, below it. Okay, no, I think I see what I want to do here. I would like to get back over here, right? And maybe orient it like this? Yeah, make it move around the other way, perhaps. Or, actually, no, I don't think that's not gonna work, because I think what I gotta do here is that I have to just move this into a 3D view, and I can get up here. Then I can move across the red block. Okay, but... oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Orient it like that. And then I think all I have to do is just connect these together, and then we get out of here. There we go. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end it there with Ortho Robot, guys. I don't think I'm gonna play through the rest of the levels, because I do think you guys get the gist of this game. So, it's a perspective puzzler. You just orient the level around, so you can move around on different planes. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not really that original of a concept, because it has been done before, but, you know, it's still cool. It's still interesting. I don't think I'm gonna try this one, because this looks complicated, and I don't feel like doing complicated things right now, so just get the heck out of here. So yeah, just a simple little puzzle game that was developed for a competition. All there really is to say about it. It's not really anything too special, if I may be honest with you. So the next game we have here is called Not Tetris 2. This game is definitely not Tetris, or at least it's not the Tetris you might remember. This is a remake of the Game Boy version of Tetris, which came out in 1989. The twist here is that this Tetris game is physics-based. Basically what that means is that you cannot directly connect tetrominoes to each other anymore, and if you stack them on top of one another, they have a chance of falling over. And you can get everything screwed up pretty quickly if you're not careful. Now, you go into options menu right here. You can actually change the color of the graphics here, as you can see. I guess I'll set it to this color here, green. Sure. I try to emulate the Game Boy colors as much as I possibly can. Well, I don't think it's perfect, but it'll do for now. It's not really necessary to do any of that. I do have some top scores here because I played the game off screen already. So you have two different game types right here. You have normal and stacked. We'll go to normal first. You even have the original music from the Game Boy version of Tetris. You have A-type, B-type, and C-type. I think I'll go with B-type, because personally I do like the B-type music a lot more than A-type. That may seem blasphemous to some people, but that's just how I personally feel about it. So as you can see, you can move your tetrominoes anywhere you want. You can also, yeah, as you can see, they fall down too. You can also rotate them by pressing the Z and X keys. Z rotates them counterclockwise, X rotates them clockwise. So you can't stack them on top of each other like that, as you can see, because they just end up falling down. As with the original Tetris, the objective is to clear as many lines of tetrominoes as possible. And you can pretty much do this in any way you want. As long as there is a line that is completely filled up, the game will remove it. It doesn't matter how the tetrominoes are oriented. I am kind of screwing this up here. But as you can see, there are some gray bars on the side of the screen that are appearing. When these gray bars fill up completely, then the line will be removed. But that's also another thing you need to be careful of, because sometimes when you, okay, well there we go, I removed the line right there. Now as you can see, it actually cut a line through the tetrominoes, so as you can see, there's only like parts of tetrominoes now. You have squares that have been cut through, so you only have like half a square now. And, yeah, and like very tiny pieces here as well, which, you know, doesn't screw you up too much, but it does result in a lot more garbage on the screen. I'm not really even trying right now, but I am somehow getting a bunch of lines cleared right here. Oh my god, dude. Okay, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I may have found a tactic that works here. Just throw down crap at complete random, and just hope that it works. Yeah, so we got a bunch of debris on the ground, but this is basically the game. It's physics-based Tetris. You can also make the pieces fall down a lot faster by holding down the down arrow key. That was usage of the word down way too many times in just one sentence. But you also need to be careful about that too, because sometimes if you just slam the tetrominoes down onto each other, it can cause them to bounce, and if you're trying to create a tower of tetrominoes, you can end up knocking the entire tower down because of that. I'm actually doing pretty good right now. I already cleared like 5 lines here. Well, 6 lines now. It's much better than I was doing before. I was only able to get like maybe 3 or 4 lines cleared when I was playing this off screen. I'm actually doing a lot better, although it is getting a little bit cluttered now. Oh god. I don't know where to put anything else. Try to squeeze something in there. So if the tetrominoes get all the way to the top of the screen, then that just causes you to fail, and I just failed right there. Game over, please try again. Alright. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Alright, that's the best score I've gotten so far. I could try one more normal game right here. But yeah, this is the whole game, guys. Other than that, it's just normal Tetris, except it's physics-based. So I guess in that way it's more realistic Tetris, but also more frustrating too. So definitely not the Tetris, at least not the Tetris you're probably used to. I mean, physics-based Tetris games aren't exactly uncommon. I mean, this was not like the first ever. Well, I don't know. It could have possibly been the first ever physics-based Tetris game, but there is another game, like indie game. Wow, okay. What the heck were you doing there? The little L tetromino just like flew up into the sky. But you know, this is not like the only physics-based Tetris game out there. There is another indie game called Tricky Towers, which is basically physics-based Tetris. But that game came out like many years after this. This also came out in 2011. So I mean, it's not like Not Tetris is the only game of its kind. It may have been the first game of its kind, and who knows, maybe Tricky Towers was based off of Not Tetris. Who knows? It's way more difficult, Tetris, that's for sure. There's really not a lot to say about it other than that, and I'm actually doing really good now. I was doing so horrible off screen, but now I'm kind of getting the hang of this. I'm kind of mastering this here. Just set it down on that. You can try squeezing some squares into like some very small crevices here if I possibly can. Another thing that does make the game a lot more frustrating is that if a tetromino so much as slightly nudges another tetromino, you lose control of that tetromino. Like, it becomes affected by physics, and there's nothing you can do about it. I would like, maybe put that in there. Everything is just bouncing, dude. Holy crap. Maybe I can put this, like, right in here to create a line. I think the line's basically filled. No? How's that? That doesn't count? Wait, hang on a second. Oh god. Oh god, please. Okay, what can I do to make it count? Please, do something. Okay, there we go, I got one line there, actually. That's good. Okay, well, I still failed anyway. That was a better score than I got last time, though. Still very good. Proud of myself that I'm actually not sucking at a video game for once. So that's all there really is to say about that. There is also the stack mode right here. So the stack mode is, well, you just have to stack as many tetrominos on top of each other as possible. And that's pretty much it. I don't believe you're able to clear lines in this mode. At least I don't think you're able to. I mean, the lines don't even appear, like in the background. There were little gray lines along the background, but they're not appearing in here, so I don't think it is possible to clear lines. So you're just trying to stack them on top of each other. Oh my god, okay. I kind of, like... I did something there. Oh wait, I can squeeze this into here? Really? How does that not work? That's too narrow? It looks like it could fit right in there. Screw you, physics. Fine then. Fine then! I'll go do that instead. Maybe that'll work. Well, I mean, this is stack mode. I already said that you can't clear lines in this mode, so why did I even say that? Because I'm an idiot, that's why I said it. Because I don't say... I say things without thinking about them first. I mean, that should be obvious from some of the videos that I've uploaded on my channel in the past, like Stick RPG 2, for instance. Get ready for some intense fisting action, like, really? It's like I didn't even comment on that at first. That wasn't even what I was meant to say in that video. I was going to say something completely different. But you know, because I don't think about it, just ends up slipping out of my mouth. And it caused me to say all sorts of dumb stuff. Okay, how many tetrominos can I stack up by just doing this? Okay, we created a tower. Knock the tower over. Let it tumble. Let it all come crashing down. Okay, well I guess it's not gonna come crashing down now because it's basically stuck. Everything is pretty much stuck now. Alright. Let's see if I can get a slightly better score. I got 28 tiles before. Okay, well I also got 28 tiles this time around. Yeah, so that's really all there is to say about not Tetris 2, guys. You just got two different game modes here. I mean, I do believe it is possible to play with 2 players, yeah, but I don't have another person to play with. Well, actually, I wouldn't need to, because I can still use my own keyboard here. WASD? Wait a second. Wait, okay, the screen is larger. Well, at least on the side here. Okay, well, I guess that's not so bad, but... Yes, indeed. Here we go with the sad state of affairs again, guys. I'm playing Tetris, 2-player Tetris, all by myself. I do believe, however, that in this mode you can like send other Tetris blocks to your opponent. How do you do that actually? Okay, that's the rotate. What am I doing here? Okay, wait. Are the rotation mechanics different for the second player? For player 2 here? Or player 1, or... Okay, wait a second. What am I doing right now? I do not understand what I am even doing. 1, 2... How do I send Tetris pieces to myself, technically, considering I am playing by myself? Oh, wait a second. Oh. So I can... When they get affected by physics, then I could throw them to the other side. Oh, okay, I get it. I guess. It's still kind of confusing, but I guess I understand it. Alright, well... Mario wins! Alright, Mario 1, Luigi 0. Luigi's just crying in the corner. Mario's just jumping for joy. Okay. I think we're gonna stop here, because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Yeah, so that's not Tetris 2. That's the whole game, guys. Very, very simple. It's just Tetris, but with physics. Nothing more needs to be said about it. It's frustrating, but it's still fun. I would argue more fun than actual Tetris. And last but not least, we have not Pac-Man. This game is definitely not Pac-Man. Or at least it's not the Pac-Man you might have grown up playing. You know, if you've been playing video games since the 80s. So, this game is basically Pac-Man, but with a twist. You can rotate the mazes. Yes, you can actually rotate it by using the mouse. This game even has steering wheel support, which is really odd. Yeah, you ever wanted to play Pac-Man with a steering wheel? That's about as foreign as concepts will ever get, playing Pac-Man with a steering wheel, but it does actually have support for that. I would probably be using my Microsoft steering wheel just to test it out, but I don't have it with me right now, so I'm not going to bother with that. So, much like Pac-Man, it is a score attack game where you're just trying to eat as many pellets as possible and survive for as long as possible. And my phone is ringing, give me a moment. Okay, that's the second time my phone has rang in this video so far. So let's just try to play this game before I lose my frigging marbles. Okay, so as you can see, we have not Pac-Man, guys. This is not Pac-Man. At least not the Pac-Man you might remember. So, the way this works is that, well, you do that and you end up dying. No, the way this works is that you rotate the maze with the mouse, and the thing about the ghosts in this game is that the ghosts cannot move on their own. They'll only move when you start rotating the maze. But again, it is kind of tricky though, because as you can see, if you're not careful, they can just, well, you can just fall right into them, as you can see, and
I am going to kill someone very soon, I swear.
Okay, I'm not blaming myself for failing that. I'm blaming whoever the hell was calling me. Okay. I don't even care. I just don't even care. That was my high score before, by the way. 212 pellets in 65.1 seconds. Okay, let's actually try and do this and stop getting interrupted all the time. Good lord. Yeah, so you just rotate the maze around, and the objective is to just eat as many pellets as possible. It is a score tag game, much like the original Pac-Man. When you eat a ghost, they only disappear for a short amount of time, or that's basically how you can reset the ghosts. So yes, the ghosts can still hurt you, but the good news is that they can't move on their own, so you have a little bit more control over it. In a way. In a way you do. Okay, wow, they were all like bunched up in a corner right there. I want to go and get the pellet. I also don't know if there's like multiple mazes in this game at all. There might be, but I haven't even been able to like complete the first maze at all. So I don't know if there actually is, but you know, it's always worth trying. I can at least try here. Holy crap. It's not working out too well. Okay. If Clyde over here can just stay away from me. And just stay away from me and fall towards that. Oh wait, that's it. I win. Okay. Never mind. I guess there's only one maze, guys. The objective is to just complete it in the fastest time possible. I don't know why Miss Pac-Man music was playing there. Oh, okay. So, it's just trying to complete one maze as fast as possible. I get it. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, I mean, I just beat the entire game, guys. There you go. I just completed a full playthrough of Not Pac-Man, so I guess I'll end the video now? I mean, that's all there is to say about it anyway. It's literally just Pac-Man when you can rotate the maze around and everything's affected by physics. So, yeah, it's physics-based Pac-Man. Because, I don't know, the guy who made this seems to have an affinity for physics. Yeah, for like remaking retro games with physics engines. It's cool, I guess. If a bit of a novelty. Yeah, it's a little bit more frustrating to play as well, but it's not like Pac-Man was easy to play. So, yeah, I have nothing more to say about this at all. Don't go over there. Go over there, please. Don't come near me. Just don't even come near me. There we go. Beat it twice. I did get a bit of a better score that time. I mean, okay. I think we're just gonna stop this now. I'm so done. That's not Pac-Man, not Tetris 2, and Ortho Robot. I didn't play it in that order, though. That's the exact reverse of the order in which I played these games, but yeah, just 3 little games created by Stab Yourself. As you can tell, they were just little projects, and they were made more for novelty purposes rather than being actual games. But I mean, Not Tetris 2 is still very fun. Ortho Robot is a pretty cool perspective-based puzzler, but I mean, you know, perspective-based puzzle games is not a new concept because it has been done before. Not Pac-Man, well, you're basically completing one level as fast as you possibly can, and I did it twice in this video, so there you go. I did like a double full playthrough of this game here, guys. If you want to go and download these games and play them for yourselves, the link is in the description. All of these games are still available for download on Stab Yourself's website. Go check these games out and play them, and yeah, that's all I have to say. So I don't really know how to end this video properly, except I'm genuinely surprised the person who developed these games hasn't received a cease and desist order from either Nintendo or Namco yet. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video I make. Later.